Yeah, figure out why the picture thumbnail has that old ass fucking picture on YouTube.
I don't know. Gotta change it. Let's see. Yeah.
And we are live on YouTube.
Woot woot.
All right. All right, Sean, you ready to hit the record button on our podcast here?
Sure, let's do it.
Episode 103, The Fuckery.
Is that what we're gonna title it? The
Yeah,
fuckery begins.
yeah, let's go. Hitting the cloud, hitting the cloud.
Welcome back to the Old World Paranormal Podcast, episode 103. Coming off a fantastic interview last week with the Brian Cano. Uh, Always interesting information coming from the mouth of Brian Cano. He's such a smart dude, and I think underrated in the paranormal field, underutilized in a lot of aspects. I think he has a lot to bring to the table in a lot of different situations, and I think he should be utilized a lot more, especially some of his methods and things like that. I think,
Well,
like I said, a little underrated.
Brian, Brian is what's good in the paranormal. Of course,
Yeah,
Brian is Brian. He's in the public spotlight. He wants to further his brand, which is him. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem with Brian is, and this is a good thing, Brian's not a sellout.
right.
He's
Yeah,
not. He has integrity. He has more morals in the whole 9 yards. And I don't care what it is. I mean, Brian is just a plethora of knowledge. He's the type of person where you're talking to him, you get lost in what he says.
kind of like Mike Rick's sucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Put both
Kind of the
those two
same
in the
thing.
same room and
That's like one
learn a
A,
thing.
one B. 1A, 1B is Mike Ricksucker and Brian Cano for sure.
Yep. Like I said, put them in the same room together. You might learn a thing or 13. That's for sure.
Huh. So yeah.
Yeah, but as you can see, we don't have a guest tonight. Unfortunately, had to had to make a last minute change, but that's okay because we'll have that guest back as soon as we are able. So tonight it's going to be me and Nick, and maybe Bree will drop in. Who knows?
I'm
Uh,
sure she
or
will. She's on a
you,
Zoom call right now.
you are in her office, so you might want
Fuck off.
to. And apparently, I ignored some of her questions on the last podcast. My bad. So
I don't know,
sorry.
bro. You gotta watch out. I watched her go off on somebody today. I got nervous.
You don't want to see the wrath of Bree. Hashtag wrath of Bree. Don't be like Bree.
So yeah, if you're popping on the YouTube, I mean, drop a comment, drop a question. Sean will let
Yeah,
me know what it is, and we'll talk about it.
yeah, we got three people watching us now. So if anybody has any questions, this is kind of like, oh, we did an episode a while back. It was just the roundtable, I think, with me and you, and just kind of shooting the breeze, talking paranormal, talking about a lot of things. Adam Stone. Adam Stone says hello. Hello,
What?
Adam. And he said that's scary. He must be referring to you, Nick.
Absolutely, 100%. So while
Uh,
you're doing that, I want to talk a little bit about this weekend.
Nathan H says, "What's up, Nick?" You must know who
What's up,
that is.
Nathan? How you doing, buddy? So, Friday night, I just need to get out of the house, personal reasons and fucked up week and this or that. So Bree and I decided to go down to the home away from home, which is Blackford County Jail, because Bob on our team is a tour guide there, so we get access to that building. So, thank you, Bob. We appreciate you. Me and Bree went down with Chris Ball and Casey, and then they had some friends over at the Monroe house. They end up popping over for a little bit, but we go outside and we open the door and there's two gentlemen standing there, and they're like, "Whoa, hi!" Chris is like, "Hi," and Bree and I are standing by him, and the look on these two gentlemen's faces Like their jaw hit the floor and they turn pale white like a ghost. Now I'm talking about Jacob and Noah of the Spirit Stalkers. Now, if you know, obviously, I'm very opinionated, but Sean can be over opinionated about certain people. And
Me?
these two kids are one of them.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, no. Yeah, I am totally.
And rightfully so. The difference is we've known these kids since they started. Okay. It's not like we're just trolling these kids to troll these kids for whatever fucking reason. My job in the paranormal, outside of helping people, is to make fun of people and point shit out and make it awkward. Why? Because it's funny, and being awkward is even funnier. Okay? People bust my balls all the time. I fucking love it. Okay? It is what it is. That's what's having fun. But in this case, this was not really telling jokes. This was being heartfelt, like, you two need to knock the shit off. Like, knock it the fuck off. And unfortunately, they have a bad rap in the field now of, everything's demonic, and they're still doing it. I fought 10
Mhm.
demons in an attic and survived. Witness Jacob's being possessed by a demon.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
you name it. They put it on a fucking subtitle. Now, I did not know there was a backstory between Noah and Bree.
I did not either.
I really didn't, but evidently there is. You know, to the point where they go down in their car. Bree busts through the door and she's down there, and I can hear her yelling at him.
Uh-oh.
Next thing I know, it escalates. Like she's screaming. I'm like, oh shit. So I go to the door. I'm standing there and I'm thinking, like, why am I running out here? Bree would probably beat them both up by
I
herself.
must say, because somebody's probably
Like, I
dead in
don't
the
need to do
street.
anything. I don't need to do anything. But anyways, they hash out their shit. Then, we told them, I was like, you guys want to come in and film too? Come in and film. We're just in here live streaming on TikTok, having some fun. If you guys want to come in and do the same thing, come on in. Well, they come in and they were like, well, I think we're going to leave. At first, okay, here's what's funny. You guys know me. You fucking know. So he comes walking in, and I'm getting ready to hit the live button on TikTok. He goes, Jacob goes, are you guys live on TikTok yet? Bree goes, no. I hit the button. And I was like, no. So this whole conversation that I'm about to talk about is on my live from Blackford County Jail from Friday night. So they walk in, they're like, well, we're just going to go. And Bree's like, why? They're like, well, we feel like there's a lot of animosity in the room. And you guys don't like us and this or that. And I turned to him, I said, it's not about liking or like. Dude, it has nothing to do with it. I love you guys personally. Do I agree with what you're doing? Absolutely not. But there's no animosity. Like, I don't want you in the fucking building.
Right.
That's stupid. So, we let
Bree
them in.
said, Bree said, Bree said, wait, ask Bree, am I supposed to be upstairs?
Bree wants to come upstairs and tune in or join. She is welcome.
Come on up, Breester.
But, we had a good time. Bree has got a little slack lately for her dance parties. And I get it because it's new and it's not traditional for some people. But what people don't understand is what she's doing. And as she has shown the last 4 or 5 locations that this works. Okay. She's raising the vibration of the place
Uh-oh.
to, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. Not only did she steal my office, but now she's stealing my fucking podcast.
and your dance moves.
He has dance moves?
Oh, you haven't seen those yet? It ain't much. Anyway, hey, there you go. That's it.
Are we
He
talking
does, he
about
does the lawnmower
what I
too.
do at locations now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been talking about you since we started.
Oh.
about your encounter with the stalkers of the spirit.
When I told him that the portal's out of order.
Oh, was it? Closed that day?
I sounded that mean.
Yeah, kind of like today.
We won't talk about today.
So anyway,
it wasn't towards Nick. I swear, it wasn't towards Nick.
So anyway, we're currently talking about your dance party
Yes.
and upping the vibration level. Real quick here, I got a lot of comments coming in here, Nick.
Yeah.
Adam Stone says, "Have you checked out your new yes or no box yet?"
No.
Okay. He also said that yes, dancing brings up the energy. Bob said, "I forgot to mirror my image, whatever that." Oh, on the background. Oh well, who cares? Adam Stone also says, "My daughter's still going to come down and get Nick to dance."
Silly.
Yeah. Nathan H says, "What's up, Bree?" So anyway, it's talking about the dance party and upping the vibration.
It's your dance party. You speak
My
up.
dance party.
Talk about your dance party.
Well, I got tired. Like, okay, if anybody watched me on my it wasn't my 3 week. It was my last trip I did. I did remotely paranormal for 3 days and then went to Hinsdale, and I got real tired of like how many times do we go in locations and we're asking a spirit for the umpteenth thousandth time, how did they die? What's your name? How old are you? We're asking the same crap every time we go. They're hearing the same questions. And I was like, like I said something and somebody put some lyrics to like a 90s song in the chat. And I was like, I was like, aha, I'll be right back. Jackie, you've got a speaker. And we got a speaker and started playing music. And next thing I know, I'm doing the Cupid shuffle and I'm shaking my ass. There's even a clip on TikTok and my Facebook. I'm turning around and we got mag lights across Claire's room, and the mag lights start responding. The tripwires start going off. We got the fan tune going off, REM pod. I mean, it was like all this equipment just lit up across the upstairs in response to me dancing. And so like at one point I even went to change the song, and all I did was grab my phone, like I'm holding my phone like this, not touching the screen. And it was like the spirits decided they wanted Red Hot Chili Peppers. And next thing I know, Red Hot Chili Peppers is playing, and Necrophonic app is actually freaking singing along too. Give it away now. And we've got fan tune going off. Mag lights are going off across. At one point, I actually have it clipped. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm like, I don't know where to point my phone. Like I had no clue where to go because it was like everything was fucking going off. Am I allowed to say that word? We're live. Sorry.
Pretty sure.
Say anything you want.
Pretty sure you're fucking cool.
If not, fuck it.
Do you notice when she talks about this story, she always mentions the fact that she's shaking her ass?
If you watch the video, it was when I was turning around, shaking my ass. I'm just pointing out the facts.
I notice that tends to be an ongoing theme.
You like it when I shake my ass?
All right, you're done.
You're done. Adam Stone said, "Don't worry, Lily is in bed." So I got a question
I do
from
this at
all.
every location now. Like every location I've gone to, like the following night I did at Wildwood. Brooke, the owner, actually jumped in. We had literal all hell break loose in the doll room for like a good 2 hours. I've done it. Let's see, we did it at Olive Hill High School, and you can actually see. I need to go back and clip it. You can actually see I've got the trip wire next to me, and it looks like somebody runs up the whole string, just lights up all the way up to me. Like the only place I have not done that at yet was at Woodlawn, but Woodlawn that night was the way the energy was that night. I had a feeling if I did it, I probably would have been thrown out the window by a spirit. Oh, man, that would have been great. We could have gone viral. Maybe. Shut up, dance, damn it.
What's funny is it was not even 2 nights later. I don't even know who this team was. They were there at Woodlawn and they're in there doing a dance party.
Yeah. 2 nights after we were there. Seems to be like what I'm doing is all
Starting a new
like,
trend.
yeah, like whatever a lot of stuff we've been doing when we're together too has been getting picked up.
So, Bree just got done on the Zoom
Yes.
meeting with some other creators, authors, um,
Ass shakers.
at TikTok. Yeah, whatever. And it's all about your content and what you're doing on TikTok to help you grow. Bree mentioned, I just, today it's like she's had multiple phone calls where I just shook my fucking head because what was coming through the other line, I'm like, this makes no fucking goddamn sense. But anyways, this dude's like, there's no shadow ban. You're just content just pretty much sucks. You're not interacting with your audience. You're not doing this or that. And I'm like, that's all we do is interact with them.
A lot
I
of
don't
them
agree with it.
Yeah, like if you ever watch one, it's just like if we're out somewhere, like everybody loves like that's why we got Team Brick now. That's how Team Brick started, is because of how we banter and play off of each other.
No, I'm gonna say this.
My ear's driving me nuts. I'm gonna put a
I like this person. I wholeheartedly like this person. Okay. I'm not gonna say a name. But what he does is different. He offers live readings. Okay. Now, that is a little bit more personal, interactive. And people eat that shit up. If you go on TikTok and you just go to live videos and you scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, every other one's a fucking tarot card reader or a psychic telling you that your blessings are coming your way.
Some dude trying to communicate with Michael Jackson or something through some spirit box.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't. I think I'm an interesting person.
Yeah, you are. I can vouch for that.
If everybody else can get a big fucking head and think they're the next greatest big thing, well, why can't I get a big head and say,
Your head is ginormous.
I think I'm
Have
entertaining?
you seen that thing?
Perfect.
Are you
Don't be
looking at
making
yourself
fun.
right now?
He's got the perfect size headshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, to prop a door open.
Okay, I'm editing my comments because I know my aunt's watching right now. So
Hi, Aunt Sharissa.
You're right though. There's got to be some kind, not only just entertaining and amusing yourself on an investigation and having fun, but something that other people will tune in because you might be a little goofy. Nothing wrong with that.
I like to have fun.
we have a lot of fun.
You have to.
Yeah.
Can't be all serious all the time.
Wait, we're serious?
Well, I didn't say you guys were. I'm just saying you can't be serious all the time. But then again, there's a line. You're either going to go full bore stupid or you're going to not cross that line and just add a little bit of fun.
Look, she goes live while we're sleeping there. They can hear me fucking snoring and farting and giggling and
I've heard you
saying
snore.
stupid shit through the night. How more entertaining can you get, people?
Like he's vibrating my legs because we're spooning, you know? I
Yeah,
mean,
I've,
you can
I've
hear
heard him
it. You can
snore.
hear though
I almost called EMS.
on my thighs.
And then you get people that comment like, "There's somebody snoring."
No shit. Well, and what was funny is when I woke up, somebody was like, "Is that snoring?" And I was like, "It's demons." I totally had people going. They were like, "It's demons? Is it like a good spirit or a demon?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is bad. We're gonna have to exercise this one. Like, this is a demon." Like,
The
I was
demons come out of the
totally
other end.
fucking with them, and they were buying it. And I'm like, "No, guys, really, it's just my boyfriend snoring. Like, get over it."
Yeah. Snores out of that end, demons out the other. We get them all at the same time sometimes. Sometimes it's, and instant negative energy.
Look, all I know.
As long as it doesn't come out of the covers, I'm okay, but normally it comes out of the covers.
Yeah.
Everything is for science.
Oh,
Because
Not everything.
I farted on an investigation, and I got the necrophonic to say what?
Ooh, it smells.
see,
Like you can't make that shit up.
you're even grossing out the dead, man.
I'm known for a lot of things. Wearing a
Soon as,
robe.
soon as you walk into a haunted location, the spirits are like, "Oh, there's stinky shit face."
We got to see if we can get that on Necrophonic next.
Stinky shit face.
Yeah,
You know,
we should do that this weekend.
so I know I sent you the link, I think, or I posted it in our chat about the video that Project Fear did with Satori and Cody. Have you watched that at all? It's very interesting. I mean, pretty much it was all about their technique, which it has a name now. What is it called? Uh, uh, Crap, can't remember what it's called now, but it has a name now. Um, I want to try it sometime.
I'm not holding it.
Why not? You don't have to hold hands. You just hold arms, and it's better with a male and a
I'm
female.
not
I think.
touching you anywhere. Give me some rubber gloves.
We could do that. We could do that. But it was interesting because they talked about how they first got into it, how they discovered they could do it, uh, all the flack they've gotten from people saying they're faking things. They even showed how some people do it and actually can like make their toe move in their boot and make the same little knocking sounds and stuff. It was a really cool video. But if you watch it, we'll have to let me know what you think because it didn't. It didn't bring any more doubt to my mind because I've seen it as you have, seen it and heard it. To me, there's really no argument. I know what I saw and know what I heard. But it was an interesting video.
You think if they stood there naked and did it, people would believe in that?
Well, it's interesting you said that because Project Fear guys asked them, would you do it with no shoes on and no socks on? And Satori said she wouldn't do it publicly because of freaky feet people, first of all, which makes sense. um, but in a private setting, she said she would probably do it, especially for the Project Fear guys. So there may be something coming up again from the Project Fear kids who are going to see this happen in a totally different way. So I don't know. It's just interesting to me how people can pick one little thing and then just nitpick at it. Like, I mean, that's
So we saw I did see the video or what you sent me of what Dakota said about, or it was Dakota and whoever about going there with them. Was there not another video of Cody and Satori talking?
there's a video of the whole Project Fear team talking with Cody and Satori at a table about the whole thing, which is the one I think I sent you. So yeah, they were basically just confronted about it, and
Yeah, but I mean, guys, I know for a fact, like, okay, Project Fear went to Randolph County Asylum, RCI.
mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Randolph. It's been on so many damn fucking TV shows.
Right.
Okay. There's no fucking demons in Randolph County Asylum. There's a couple prominent fucking spirits in the basement. One being Doris. There's another one called Ida. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And these are documented hundreds of times. Now, when Chelsea's sitting down there in the hallway, and then they come in and they hear a female say something down the hallway, and they all start screaming and yelling demon shit. But you get away with that. But you're gonna question Cody and Satori if they're knocking their toes in their fucking boots. But it's okay for you to go around spreading lies as well.
Right. It's a vicious circle.
No, it makes sense. No, that's completely valid. I mean, that's some of the bullshit that you see going on is that, it's don't look at what I'm doing over here. I'm gonna go and point out everything wrong you're doing over here. And that seems to be the name of the game right now in the paranormal, unfortunately.
And finger pointing, a lot of times you're trying to take the attention off of you and put it on somebody else so that nobody's focused on what you're doing. You're focused on, it's like
Yeah, diversion.
finger pointing.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. We know who the people are that are legit and serious, and not YouTube, TikTok, demon chasing, whatever.
So I reposted one of Jason's videos.
Yeah.
And some people were commenting on it, and they're like, "You and Grant need to, squash the beef, blah blah blah, come back together." Blah, blah. Like that's never gonna happen. Two, and one of the Jason. So Jason talks about Cody and Satori. Okay, and he makes a comment that it's even hard for him being the father, and that's his daughter, and he doesn't believe in mediums and all that gifty shit.
Yeah.
I remember specifically when he was here at our event,
Mm-hmm.
when Gabby went up to him and said something about it, and he even he replied to Gabby. He's like, "I don't really believe in mediums. I've never
Mm-hmm.
found one to convince me." Blah blah blah. Gabby come to me later that day. She was all upset. And I told Gabby, I was like, "Look, I said he gave you his honest opinion. He wasn't talking bad about you. Wasn't saying anything bad about you. He was just making a general statement." And again, he made that general statement again in his video, even regarding his own daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Jason Snyder in the house, by the way.
to me, that's
Paranormal.
who?
L&M Paranormal and Jason Snyder have joined the chat.
What's up, y'all? To me, that adds to his character because he says something, he's going to stand by it. He does something, he's going to stand by it.
Mm-hmm.
Some have said that ghost hunters had sold out and faked some stuff, and that might have been the case. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think about that jacket pull thing? Do you have an opinion on it?
To me, it's irrelevant. Every other TV show fake shit, and I know they were the standard.
Yeah.
But you even look at Paranormal State towards the end, those producers were telling these kids to go in there and find something, make something happen.
Yeah.
And at this time, when this happened with the coat tug, they were under, Sci-Fi or Travel Channel, like they were their production. They were, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They had a little more say in it. Now it's a little different now. Because Jason has full control of what goes on now with all the
Right
and shit. But I don't know. But does it really matter if he did or didn't?
Apparently, it matters to some people, as opposed to now when all this stuff, none of this stuff matters anymore. Oh, there's a demon. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna click and watch.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's relevant? I mean, I don't
Do I
know.
think it's relevant? Not anymore. At the time, it was. At the time it happened, it was. But anymore, I don't think so.
I remember watching that live. I was
Yeah.
like tweeting along with a couple of my friends because it was what was that, the Halloween special. And I remember watching and I dropped my phone because I was just like, that shit did not just happen. Because that was the one show that you felt like you could watch because of that higher standard. They were one of the OG shows. But do I think it's relevant now? I kind of feel like what Jason's doing by letting stuff be out, I think he's taking a page out of Nick Groff and Dakota's book, with how they're outing, Mr. Baggins. And, I rather say
That's another thing
politely
too.
address
It's interesting.
the name.
It's interesting how, with that situation with ghost hunters, the fat got trimmed. With Ghost Adventures, Nick left, Nick Ruff was gone, the fat got trimmed. So it's almost like things were not right. And then by these people being cut loose or leaving, things changed. Like, I don't know. Like I always talk about, Ghost Adventures, hate it, can't stand it. Zach Bagans, can't stand him. Uh, the show is paranormal entertainment, and to me, it's not even entertaining anymore. Um, Ghost Hunters, I've always loved Ghost Hunters. It's one of my favorite shows. Um, but I think when you start getting rid of the problematic, I don't know if you want to say cast members, or cast members who need to be gone, that's when you start seeing the real side of things. Nick Ruff left, did his own thing. It's an amazing show. Um, Ghost Adventures got rid of Grant. Show continued, got better, and now it's kind of back to where it was years ago. So I guess there's times with shows like that where you just kind of gotta cut the cancers out, I guess, to put it bluntly, because you're in the end you're hurting your own program. You're hurting your own. It's just like OWPS. If we go to a location and one of us is doing some dumb shit and faking stuff, and you get caught, guess what? You're gone, because now you have affected the legitimacy of a team who's out to be legitimate, and that just doesn't happen enough. So,
I would have to fire myself.
do what?
Would that mean I would have to fire myself?
What,
What are you talking? You've never faked anything.
what have you done?
That's what I'm talking about.
I was.
He's being a
He's on
smart ass.
He's on a completely different road. Let's see. Adam Stone says you got to do what you got to do. Nathan H says just don't let Bree run in the woods.
I have not I ran in woods when I was on my trip. I actually took a video when I was at Hinsdale. It was beautiful. It snowed. And I took a video just because I keep getting teased about, ever since Nick did the TikTok about what happens when you let Bree go off into the woods with the, hey, no, you come back. Like, ever since then, I get teased. I'm getting teased relentlessly. So I did a video, and what's funny is I won't post it though. I will admit that, like, as I'm making the video, this is what happens when Brie gets let loose and she's running through the woods. I hit a rock that had iced over, and I slid across the ground like one-footed, and I'm like, I have the video, but I won't show it. I won't post it.
I think you
I
should
was
show
like,
it.
no.
I must get my hands on this.
And do I have to change the password to my phone?
See, somebody asked here, when is
Hey, if you
Old
guys see the
World
video, you
going to
know
have
he
a
got
show?
in my phone.
So, Cody Sharp, when is Old World going to have a show? Oh, you know what? It would be awesome. But I think our idea of a show, because we talked about this before, if we ever had a show, nobody would want to watch except maybe some paranormal investigators, because we would want to have, here's what happens on a paranormal investigation. Nobody wants to watch that. They want entertainment. I mean, it'd be
I
cool.
don't know. Think about it. Think about how many tune in to TikTok Live Paranormal. And when we go live, like, we go live for everything. Like, if I gotta put it down and go take a piss, you might actually hear me peeing. Might not see it, but you
Or
might hear
farting.
it.
Yeah.
Farting. Like, who's to say network television? Like, maybe that's what the problem is. They don't get it.
Hey, my idea that I brought up last week is money, man. Absolute money.
Well, we have to find 5 Tourette's people.
That isn't going to be hard. I got connections.
Keep your mouth shut.
What?
Because you made the comment, you talked, and you were like, oh, but we already got one. We got Brie.
What?
Is that how I talk? And like, Yeah.
You have
Who
Tourette.
said that?
You said I had Tourette's. You were messing with me. And I'm like, so stop.
I was like, I didn't say that. I said I had it.
No, not you. He said I have Tourette's. I don't have Tourette's.
Son of a
I have foot and mouth syndrome. And I just like my mouth just runs and my brain's going, what the fuck are you doing? Shut up.
Keep your feet out of there. Cody Sharp said Cinemax will
I'm
show
gonna be
Nick
good.
Demon.
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
I'm trying to hear his question.
It's
Oh,
like
and then Paranormal said, I'm with Sean. I want his TV show idea. It is a great idea.
I've got it pulled up so we can keep track.
Apparently, there were over 500 people watching you guys sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's you got to come up with something new. You know what I mean? It's got to be a brand new idea. And I guess the biggest thing is you're subject to, unless you're doing it your own somehow, you're subject to all the producers and all that other stuff who's just going to screw the whole thing up for you. So I don't know.
Well, I think that's why there's a big shift, man. I mean, there's people out there that get their own production crews and they go out and film their own documentaries. Now they're
Yeah,
going on different platforms or streaming networks, but
yeah.
there is really good content out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Drew Duffy, who says the other night while you all slept was awesome. The spirits were going crazy at the funeral home.
Oh, we'll have to go back and look at the video. I'll have to pull that up.
Was I ever compromised?
No, no, but you were giggling a lot. And
Well, fun
Were you
too.
tickling him or
well,
what?
I spooned him for most of it, but every time I was spooning him, somebody came up and was kicking the air mattress next to my head because I was sleeping next to like the creepy ass closet. And yeah, they kept like pushing on the air mattress behind me. And
Our 4 listeners in Russia want to know: are you the big spoon or the little spoon?
I'm the little
I like the big spoon.
Speaking of which, shout out to Tucker Carlson for getting us our Russian viewers back.
Tucker,
We
you're
used to
the
be at
man,
4.
buddy.
We used to be at 4 for a long time, and then it went to 2, and we thought maybe old Pooty offed a couple, and now we got 2 more back, so we're at 4 again. So
What are some of the odd countries we have this podcast in?
there's some different ones here. Let me pull this up real quick and take a look. We'll give some shout outs. Let's see. So some of our top countries aside from the United States are Belgium, Australia, and Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, it's really just interesting. Let's see. Pakistan, Serbia, Egypt, Poland, Polaks love us.
You say it again with and take your out of your mouth.
What?
It's out of never mind.
Oh,
He's a Polak. He doesn't get it.
let's see. Bangladesh, Namibia. Isn't that where Angelina Jolie got all her kids?
Oh no.
I think so.
Wait, who got kids where?
Angelina Jolie. Didn't she get all her kids from Namibia? Wasn't that the country?
It was one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't pay attention to all that crap no more.
Ghana, Belize, Ukraine. We got one guy in South Korea. So,
Shout out.
huh?
It's a shout out to South Korea.
Shout out South Korea and someplace called Côte d'Ivoire. Let's see. It's not an Italian flag. It's red, white, and green. I don't know whose flag that is. Italy. I think it's it's not Italy. I have green, white, and red. I'm gonna have to figure out whose flag this is.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting name. I've never heard of it. I'm gonna have to search this real quick.
That a city
But
or a country?
it's a country.
Listen, spell that.
I'm gonna look it up here. It's hang on. It's I'm not sure if it's like, it sounds French, I guess. Let's see. Côte d'Ivoire. Let's see.
Darling.
Oh, it's South Africa. Is it South Africa? Yeah, Ivory Coast. Sorry, southern coast of West Africa.
Hmm.
It's called COTED''Lvoire. Interesting.
What's up, South Africa?
Its capital is Yamoussoukro. But yeah, interesting. It's just kind of cool to see where people are listening to us at. uh, two guys in Jamaica. We know what they're doing right now. But yeah,
Drinking red rum.
they're relaxing on the beach, man. So yeah, shout out to all the people across the world that are listening to our little podcast. Never ceases to amaze me. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to talk shit about anybody. Not today.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't want to hurt
Nothing to
anybody's
complain
feelings.
about?
I got a lot to complain about. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings today.
Oh, I can hear people's feelings. I'm on a roll today. Ask Nick. He came home to it.
Mike DeVore
He's
would
never heard me raise my voice until today. Today's the first time he heard me go apeshit.
So,
Mike
Sean,
DeVore says, would you investigate the French catacombs? Hell yes.
Hands down, yeah.
Like not the legal way either. You go down with those people who go down to places you can't go. That'd be awesome. Of course, I have seen the movie. Oh God, what's that movie? Oh my gosh, where those people go down in the catacombs, as above, so below. You ever see that movie? Oh, see it. It's called. I think it's called As Above, So Below. But it's about this group of people that goes down in the catacombs and everything gets really freaky. Check it out.
Okay.
It's a good one.
so anyways, so talking to this dude today. Now, Sean, this
What I
guy,
do?
this
What
guy,
guy?
just follow me.
Okay.
This guy does a photo shoot of Brie. Okay.
Okay.
Now, things went south. No longer really have anything to do with this person.
Okay.
But she calls him to make friendship again, not business wise. Simply ask for her photos.
Okay.
And it becomes a big shitstorm. Now, I want your opinion on this. Now, I said to him, she did not sign a contract, nor did she sign a media release. So if you upload any of those photos to anything, we will sue you.
Okay.
Does not have rights to post these pictures. Now he says once they go to TikTok, there's nothing we can do about it. How does that make sense?
Well, I don't know what the law is as far as that goes, but if you take pictures of somebody, who do those photos belong to? I guess. She didn't pay for them or anything like that. There was no contract or anything like that. So, like I said, I don't know how it works, but if somebody took pictures of you voluntarily and there was nothing signed or anything like that, I think one would assume that person could use them however they wanted to. But like I said, I don't know
Well, if you
what the law
notice,
what the law is.
well, if you notice you've got a child in school, and if you're ever filling out your paperwork for your daughter,
Yeah.
you're going to notice that you have to sign off on any pictures that your child could be captured in
Right.
for any school function, whether you have to say the image is allowed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the same rule here. When I'm out and I'm doing my highlight of a location, I have to have express permission. Like, say, if it's one of mine where I'm at a Paracon. If I'm live at a Paracon, I have to make sure I've got permission from anybody that shows on my video to be on my video, because if I do not have their permission, they can take me to court because they have not signed a media release.
But if you're at a convention, that's a public event.
You still have to have permission from anybody that is captured on film.
Really?
Yes.
If you think of the legalities of it, yes, that is legit. Most people don't care. They really don't think about it. It is what it is. Yes, we're in a public place, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about it, let's say Sean Coletta, the Wienermobile guy, gets super fucking famous. And you're walking down the street and the paparazzis are taking photos of you and then selling these photos for monetization. You did not give them rights to take photos of you or have the photo, or in a nutshell, did not have rights to publicly post those photos. So you can in turn sue those people if you wanted to, especially if they're making money off of it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been told expressly, like, when I was at Phantasmacon, I asked, can I go live? And they were like, yes, but you have to make sure everybody who's on video has, that you've got permission. And if anybody says no, you have to pull that video off your YouTube.
You've never
So what about?
noticed at the Paracons when somebody's walking around live and they come up to the table, somebody's like, hey, I'm live on Facebook or TikTok. You want to say hey? That person is going to say yes or no. They say yes, and I'm like, hey, check out so and so. If they say no, well, it's verbally on recording now because you're already on there. You can hear their voice.
Mhm.
You don't have permission to turn the camera around to show them.
I was at the first Paracon I had a table at, and I was walking around, and I had two people come up to me, and they were like, do not put me or my table. You do not have my permission. I've got specific items on my table that are trademarked or they are prototypes, and I cannot afford to have anybody seeing what I've got on my table. Like, this is like pretty serious stuff. Like, you got to be real
So
careful.
the pictures that we're talking about, were they just like headshots and promo pic type things or what? Or were they taking on an investigation? What are the pictures we're referring to here?
They are, if you look at my profile picture on Facebook, they are in that line of photography.
Okay. Got somebody here saying, well, he would still own the copyright, but without a contract or release, she could also go after them being published, at least in some areas, to my knowledge. But there's always that one person that will go after someone. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the legalities are, but I know just like as someone who's a photographer, if I take pictures of somebody and they want those pictures, like what good is it doing somebody to hang on to them, like, and try and, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. I'd be like, yeah, sure, you can have them because why do I need them type thing.
I'm showing him the comments on YouTube right now. Sorry. I've got the video on my phone, so we
okay.
can follow along the comments.
Yeah. Somebody on here, Debunk, obviously, I'm assuming that's not their real name, but I do like the name. Says, I believe he was supposed to me an iPad I won. Oh, you did you do a contest with an iPad a while back, didn't you?
Oh, and I figured I learned tonight that you can't on TikTok. You're not allowed to say raffle, contest. You can say I'm doing a drawing.
Mm-hmm.
That if I hit a certain number, that I can pick one of you who are now in my subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So I did learn that. That was useful. So we have to watch our
verbiage. Yeah. So
we can't say we're doing a drawing or a giveaway anymore.
Right.
regardless if you're not suing TikTok, regardless if they're owned by another country, you're suing the person for releasing the photos that they don't have authorization to release the photos. You're not suing TikTok. TikTok has nothing to do with it.
But that's just it. Do they own those photos? Can they do what they want with them? That's the question that needs answered. Who do
No,
they really
because the type
belong
of
to?
photo shoot that it would be the type of photo shoot I used to do modeling. I would have to sign a waiver. I would have to sign a contract. I would have to sign a release.
But you did not, right? And like I said, that might be where the problem lies. But like I said, I'm just guessing here. I don't know. I think really it comes down to a matter of, are you just going to be a nice person or not? Are you going to be a dick or are you going to be a nice person? That's kind of.
Well, you think about it. So Saturday night, Ray and I went down to Broadwell Funeral Home, and we're investigating with Illuminate the Beyond and the Grimm guys. Theoretically, every single person or every single team should have brought their own media release forms, and everybody should sign each one of them. Because if somebody was to make a video out of it now, everybody's okay with it, but in 3 months, maybe you're not okay with this person, but you're about to launch this video, and these guys are all over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Stop you from doing that video.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're collaborating with other people like that, or even more than one team at the same location, there probably should be something like that. All video or photos taken by us belong to us, and yada yada. And it's not being a dick; it's just covering your ass. Because let's say that you don't do that, and you catch the best piece of paranormal evidence ever caught on camera. The other team's going to be like, "Well, I was there too." That creates the problems.
Well, when we were investigating with Austin Maynard and Brandy Marie, the psychic medium, the one Andy's haunted, before we hit live stream, I personally asked him, "We are going to live stream. Are you okay with being on it?"
Yeah, we asked everybody, made sure that they were okay with it.
Yeah, I asked. It's a verbal agreement, but I don't know if a verbal agreement would hold up.
I don't believe verbal agreements actually can hold up in a court of law, though.
I don't think I don't
Kind of
think
hearsay
so, really.
between both of you,
Unless a verbal agreement is caught on video or something. Yeah. Without actually knowing like what the law is pertaining to that, I can tell you who might have an idea would be old Jeff, since he's big time photographer going to New York and photographing fashion shows now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he just got back from New York. He filmed a huge took photos at this huge New York fashion show. And so obviously he may have had to sign something too. So he might be able to have some input on that, being a professional photographer. So he might be one to ask. In that situation,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not really. This isn't about outing this person, right?
Oh, no. Yeah.
It's not. It's a legitimate question, and I think more people should be aware of this. With at least the media release forms.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just, with dealing with today, and I've kind of got away with it. And I know all the teammates I have, everybody has media release forms signed, stuff like that. And maybe I need to print off some more, and I need to be taking them with me.
Yeah, it might be a good thing.
It might sound dickish at first, but if you really think of it, it's like, hey, I'm just trying to protect my ass here,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I definitely think that's something that we should do for sure.
Babe, I need you to sign a media release form.
This is not that kind of show.
Sign my form. Sign my form.
Well, that hold on.
But yeah, you know what? It may be.
Oh my God, this just with the shit.
Yeah, this is freaking fantastic. Uh,
How awkward can we make Sean?
how what?
How bright red can we make a pale white guy?
Oh, I got an idea.
Not very.
We're live on YouTube.
I know.
I took a picture with the Wienermobile, so there's really not much.
You have an obsession with the wiener, though.
The Wienermobile,
Mobile.
it made me famous for a day in one city.
You're going back. You never know. They might have a parade for you.
Hey, that'd be fantastic. Go right on top of the wiener.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
I was waiting to see if Brie was going to get that or if I was going to go overhead.
You would really like that. Let me just.
I'd be up there, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
next
look at it,
week,
just like that.
next week we will be back live with guests and moving forward. Just wanted to hop on here tonight and get an episode out this week. Obviously, check out the other episodes and stuff like that. If there's anything YouTube wise, if you're on there, if you got any questions you want answered before we hop off here in the next few minutes.
Yep, I got it pulled up on my phone. We're waiting for questions, y'all.
Yeah, L&M Paranormal there, they said, of course, everybody who investigates with them signs a media release form, even team members.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should definitely print some of those off.
Maybe that's
What's funny is I gave L&M some advice about that, and I didn't even take my own advice.
Maybe that's a question we should start asking some of these other teams that we have on the podcast and see what their opinion of that is. Maybe it should become, I don't know, an industry standard, maybe, to where that is just kind of part of the process.
Hey, Phil. Illuminate the Beyond is watching.
Who that is?
Who are you talking to?
There's a new. I can't help. I brought home another male ghost this time. All right, my bad.
That bed's getting awful full. It's going to be double spoon action. You have a spoon, a fork, and a knife. The Wienermobile
It's
is
gonna
an
be like the
amazing
fancy
icon.
dinner plate setting with like all the silverware out.
And the napkin rolled up. Never mind. Let's see. The Wienermobile is an American icon. Yes, it is, and so was I for a day.
What investigation gave you goosebumps?
Ooh, I know. I have one that gave me goosebumps.
Go ahead.
Mine was at the Bell when we were downstairs with Bump in the Night and Kalani. When I had that breath on my face, which still gives me goosebumps to this day.
That wasn't Jen breathing on you.
It wasn't. There was nobody around me. It was fantastic. It was caught on two different cameras from two different teams. But yeah, I think that probably gave me goosebumps. That was the one right there. Yeah. How about you, Nick? Which one gave you goosebumps? And don't say the one sitting next to you.
No,
It doesn't count. She just gives you bumps.
I don't know. Goosebumps. I'll think
Okay,
about it.
we'll go to Bree. Bree? Really?
I'm thinking. Hold on. You know how many investigations I've done collectively in like the past, like.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, one should automatically jump out. Like,
I mean, Hinsdale. Hinsdale will always my night in Mary's room. I mean, I slept in that bed 2 nights in a row, but the second night when all hell broke loose, and I literally like I didn't leave the house, but I jumped out of that bed, and it took me like a good 10 minutes to get back in the bed because more activity started. And but that's the only time I've ever been like, that wasn't just goosebumps. I was terrified by what happened at Hinsdale. And that messed me up for a while. Like, I still catch myself at times, like,
yeah.
kind of nervous from, like, when I did remotely paranormal and I stayed at Hinsdale by myself. My last task of the night, like for the show, was I stayed in Mary's room for, I think I was in there like half hour. and I had necrophonic with me and a trip light, and I basically faced my demons in that room and called out what had scared me and demanded to know who it was and why. But
You got some major cojones, that's for sure.
Hinsdale, well, going into location solo is my MO, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Um,
not easy,
we can
but I'm
maybe
trying
come back
to
from there.
show people.
Somebody said goose. You're scary.
But I mean, I
I
would
get
take it.
goosebumps all.
I mean, I can sit here and play with the back of his neck and give him goosebumps.
I mean, I think probably like the first time any of us were touched or something like that. I mean, that'd give you goosebumps.
My very first investigation ever.
Yeah.
I've never had so much adrenaline running through my body, and every time something even made a noise, I'm like,
Yeah.
"What
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Sorry.
kind of like the general answers. You know, anytime that something like that happens the first time, you get goosebumps. But
What did we think of Illuminate the Beyond's investigation style?
the
The night you heard "Get It, Girl."
I love investigating with Illuminate Beyond.
Yes.
I hope we get the chance to investigate with them again.
Yeah.
It's weird. So let's talk about this. So it's
Yeah.
when you one go to a location you've never been to, the energy you're trying to feel out the energy and kind of like acclimate yourself into this place, but then you add seven more individuals that are all different levels of energy and vibrations. Me personally, when that happens, I kind of tend to like cocoon myself because it's like overwhelming for me. And it's kind of that's kind of how it was at the beginning of the night. So I was very quiet, kind of try to take it all in. But, you know, I got to investigate a lot with Illuminate. I didn't really investigate much with the Grim guys. They were kind of all
No.
over the place. But
Yeah, we did more with Amber and Phil.
definitely would love to investigate with them.
Oh yeah.
Despite Grim guys too. I just did get a whole lot of time to investigate. And it would be more comfortable the second, third time you get with people, stuff like that.
I felt like our investigative styles were very similar. And Amber and I are like two peas in a pod. I mean, I was curled up on her lap at one point, so I mean, are you really surprised?
Why I said shocker.
I mean, her husband was even like, Bill was like, it is what it is.
Bree, out of all the locations that you've been to, Bree, out of all the locations that you've been to, what's your favorite? What's a place that you would bend over backwards to get back to?
Randolph County Infirmary.
Really? Okay. Nick, how about you? Huh?
I'm not answering this.
You
Is it
already
the
know.
same answer I have? Huh. I'll say it. Why don't you say it? Everybody that listens to us already knows. But I guess we're not going to say it.
This is never going to happen.
Never say never.
They sell it to somebody else.
You never know, man. Don't give up so easy. But yes, my answer is Bell Mansion, 100%.
I've never been to Bell and probably will never get to see it.
My location, whatever location I go to next.
He's so PC. I'm so proud of him.
Oh my gosh.
Look at you doing so good. Yeah, even okay, so Debunk even said like I had some big cojones tonight at Wildwood when I was there alone. Because that's like when they saw the shadow figure. And like, yeah, at Wildwood, I got goosebumps at Wildwood when I was there on my last trip because I did, let's say I did Hinsdale alone, Paraniagara alone, Wildwood alone. Then I went to Hinsdale for a collab, Wildwood for a collab, and I spent the night again at Wildwood solo. That last time at Wildwood, like I had the basement door open on me. They saw a solid like shadow figure in the kitchen. Like they actually were like, we don't know if this is human or not. That's how solid the shadow figure was. And when I've gone back over footage, it's not even on the footage, which is weird.
Interesting.
But it reminds me of like when I was at Madison Seminary with Chris, and I was in the attic for my isolation, and I heard somebody stomping up the stairs and coming at me. And you like, I have a clip on it on TikTok. You hear me like I'm talking about how when this was an asylum, and I stop, and I hear something start like stomping towards me, like almost like I'm being charged. And I stop and I pause, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like thinking in my head, let this be Chris. Like I'm waiting for Chris to come at me because I got the IR light on me. So I'm just seeing black, but then I'm seeing shadows move within the black behind my phone. And I get up and I grab my phone and I flip it around so I can see behind me. But you don't hear on my phone the stomping, me being charged. You hear a voice, a disembodied voice say, it's coming. Right when I heard the stomping. And then when I flip the camera around, you hear, thank you. So I think it's interesting how the energies are able to manipulate our electronics. So we see and we hear what, like it's like an EVP, you can get the most amazing EVP and you go to play it back and it's like static, it's garbled, I think it just shows how they're able to manipulate our electronics.
And that's another plus too to live streaming is that people that are watching will sometimes catch things that you don't.
Oh,
100%. So I think that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, we encourage our viewers all the time. Make sure you got your earbuds and your gaming headsets on because right now you are doing live EVP, like you're doing live listening. You're going to see stuff on your phone that we're not seeing with our bare eyes. We've had people catch shadow figures and send us screenshots of shadow figures. Like there's even a face.
Yeah, I was trying to say that when you showed me.
Yeah, there's a face that somebody, I found it. I had all these photos. I didn't realize it was like in my message request on Facebook. And there's a face. And what's weird is it actually looks like my face and that's caught. But I'm behind my phone and like where the face is, it's like floating above the floor. Like it's just, I'll have to post this picture. It's crazy, but it's an actual face. And, we have people all the time that'll like, you'll hear us ask for timestamps, and we go back and we listen and sure shit, there's the voice, there's giggling, there's laughing, there's, we're getting whatever. You'll hear walking.
It's amazing. And, the thought process behind it is, you are literally investigating with hundreds of people from around the world
in real time.
And we came up with this thing, and I'm sure this will start to be a trend, is we take 5 minutes and it's TikTok live EVP burst session. But what it is we shut up and we allow you 5 minutes to listen to the ambient noise. And we want you to listen for voices. And if you hear anything, comment, that we could timestamp that. And we can actually go back to the video and confirm that that's what they heard. So it's a pretty cool concept, And
yeah, for sure.
My thought process on going live on investigation has come a long way.
Oh yeah, I think that actually investigating live has, in a way, it's changed the way we do investigate, but like I think it's made us better, in all honesty. Like
think about it. There's no editing.
Yeah.
There's no editing to it. And you're literally watching us go from room to room. As we're going into this room, we're setting up all the equipment. You're seeing everything that's happening. Right. So you're eliminating a whole lot of chances of us going out there and just trying to fake shit like they do on TV.
Yeah.
Or they can do 100 different takes and edit it however they fucking want to portray it however they want to. Well, we can't do that when you're live.
Yeah. Like that's like I've already had people taking my video from Wildwood where the doll on the rocking horse, which is like motion sensor activated. That thing goes off. We've got a 36-foot tripwire that blows out to red. Like, and it's not even red. It's like a mix between yellow, orange, and red. It's a color I've never, it's like a funky ass color. And then the temp gauge on the REM pod starts going ape shit. And it's like energy just burst in the room. Like it just went boom. You know, I mean, you could feel it.
Well, mind you, this is all TikTok live.
It's all live, and people are already asking, "Is this real or fake?" And it was live.
This motion sensor doll, we had one at the Bell. So I know it's doll. She's on a rocking horse.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the same one. It is motion activated. But the thing is, they had been in this room for like an hour and a half, walking around this thing, and it had not gone off.
Mm-hmm.
And then that doll proceeds to go off like another like 5 or 6 times, and I've got it all clipped on video. And then like an IR light on another camera starts. Like I even get up and I show on the live this that the IR light is 100%. It's plugged into a battery pack. There's no reason why this IR light is not supposed to flash. I'm getting direct responses by the IR light flashing in response to my questions directly. Like I'd ask a question, not even 3 seconds later, it would flash for yes. And it's like we're showing live how everything is being set up. You know, the audience is seeing us set up live. So there's no question of like, could something be tampered with? Could something have been rigged? You're seeing everything live firsthand. So you know what we've got, how it's set up. You're watching it be set up from start to finish. You're watching us do the battery changes. You know, like there's nothing left to question. So it's like an authentic investigation. Whereas with the TV shows, you don't know if that thing was edited, you know, like he said, 10 times. And if that was from day 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 during filming.
Yeah.
You know, like you're getting it straight from us, nothing added or taken away.
Somebody's always going to doubt you, though. I mean, it's how it is. Somebody's always going to think you're faking something or whatever. Even though you're clearly not, they're still going to, that's.
But you know what? Haters are going to hate, and it's okay. Keep questioning because all you're doing is fueling the fire and making us get better. So
there you go. Yep.
Picture of the beast.
But hey, the real or fake videos, all they're doing is drawing more attention to Wildwood, and that's exactly what we want. We want more attention brought to this location. We want more people going in and experiencing it themselves.
There you go.
You know,
Wildwood is a beast.
Wildwood is
freaking
like it's unreal.
Like I said this on the way home Sunday. Not 100% convinced Broadwell Funeral Home has an intelligent haunting. You know, I have something I need to, would obviously have to go back a few times. But just my assessment of the night, even the disembodied voice that they caught.
That was crazy.
There's 5 people in the room, 4 people heard it. Guess who didn't hear the disembodied voice, Sean?
The disembodied voice happened right in front of me. So I actually I have to find where it's at on mine to see if I can clip it.
What happens when you push the Q-tips in too far?
Because Phil with Eliminate the Beyond, he caught it on his TikTok and he was across the room from us. So I'm real excited to see when I locate it on mine. I tried looking for it today, but TikTok was being dumb. I can't wait to find it and play it because I'm hoping we can actually hear what was. I mean, it was a full fucking sentence. It wasn't just like 1 or 2 words. It was like, hey. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Amber, Phil's wife, and I'm like, her lips aren't moving. And I'm like, did you just whisper? And she's like, no. And she looks over at Ash, who's sitting on the floor in front of me. And she's like, I thought that was Ash. And Ash is like, no, I thought that was Bree. And I'm like, that was none of us. Like, that wasn't necrophonic either. Like, what the fuck? And Phil across the room was like, I'm hard hearing and I heard it. And I'm like, babe, did you hear it? Because he's on the other side of Amber and he's like, hear what? I'm like, how the fuck did you miss?
I was in my own space.
It's all right, baby. I still love you.
But I brought up the point that that disembodied voice could still be a residual haunt. They just hit the needle in the haystack during a residual haunting.
So what I need to do is I need to find this. We need to amplify this and listen to see if we can actually hear what's said to see if it's relevant to that night, like was somebody trying to talk to me or Amber, because it was right there in between us. Was it somebody trying to have a conversation with Amber or I, or was it, did we just catch a blip in time that we were able to hear? Sorry. A lot of people have been commenting though that while we were sleeping, like they heard a growl next to Phil and footsteps. Like a lot of people are actually commenting on like the Sunday investigation. They're saying that we had a great vibe with Amber and Phil too.
This is why I don't do a live show. Because then I get wrapped up in comments.
Well, that's why I'm looking at it so you can focus, but I'm showing you a couple of them. Like, yeah, Whispers Estate. That's
Whispers is a beast.
I've never been to Whispers.
Problem with Whispers. I'm going to tell you this before you go. Go for the doctor.
Go for the how am I supposed to go for the doctor?
The doctor controls what happens in the house. He controls those other spirits. So you need
Should I bring my nurse's costume?
No, please don't.
You might get more views on the old TikTok.
Well, I pissed off the spirits at Wildwood when I wore it, so you never know when you wear a trigger object how it's going to respond. So
you might get the ghostly butt pinch or something. You never know.
I had a crotch grab at Blackford County Jail on Saturday, actually, or Friday. I can't remember my days. Yeah,
it was Nick.
Dude, he was across the way from me.
He's got a long reach.
I wish I could. I'm standing in the turnstile, and I'm like, nope.
I can barely reach your ears. See,
you guys T-Rex arms. Burr.
Wait,
All right. Anything else? I'm getting done with this.
I don't think so. Someone said, "Are we based in Canada?" No.
Yes, we're in Toronto. Look us up.
Don't believe a word he says. No, we're in the United States.
I think that's Jimmy B that I'm going with. Yeah, that's who I'm going with, Jimmy B. Because he's the one that mentioned Whispers.
Yeah, well, we've been down there once. I'd love to go back. I'll go back to Whispers. Whispers is a different beast. Come back with a different game.
Well, where is that exactly?
It's in Mitchell, Indiana. It's almost a 4-hour drive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I got invited to Whispers.
Very cool.
Well, guys, it's coming up. Convention season is going to start here in the next couple weeks.
Whoop, whoop.
We're looking forward to the Paranormal Gathering at the Windermere. Now, if you want to come out and see us, come out and see us. Bree and I are actually going to speak at this event. This could go very badly.
We're sharing a speaking spot, y'all.
Make sure to sign your waivers and take lots of video.
We're going to do a poll. If we can get through
the
whole 30 minutes and it stays PG.
Do you think we can keep it PG? Do you think I can keep it PG?
No, neither of you. Done. There is no over under on this bet.
And then the following month we get to share a speaking engagement too. So this is like the warm up for the next one to see how well we can. We've got this. I need duct tape, evidently.
Lots of it.
we've already got some downstairs.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is not how a normal podcast goes.
It's past Bree's bedtime.
This is your
We are
fault.
entertaining as hell, though.
Well, I asked if I was supposed to because he said, ask me and Nick, and even Bree any questions. And I was like, oh, wait, am I supposed to go upstairs?
Hey, it's her office.
That's right. It's my office, baby.
Gonna make a plaque and put it on the door. Welcome to Bree's office.
It's our office, baby. We share it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Appreciate you allowing me to share my shit.
Isn't that nice, sir?
I know it's super nice. She's so wonderful. I'm blessed.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Somebody said, I just imagine through the speech with Bree cutting Nick off, covering his mouth. Yeah, that'll happen.
Wait, what? I gotta read this.
Several times that will happen.
Oh.
Yeah. Should probably do a poll. Yeah,
We should do a poll. Yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy B.
You know I'm gonna fail. I totally just failed talking about duct tape. It rolled off my tongue. I can't help it.
we should do an over and under, and then
There's no over.
over and under 5 minutes before she says something sexual. Can she make up to 5 minutes?
No, that's a stretch right there. The hell is that?
There's the door just and all the words.
Just said that's a stretch.
All the words.
Dude.
All the words.
Yeah, see, it ain't gonna take long. I might put money on that one. Yeah, Jimmy B here said my first time on enjoyed it.
Nick's screwed.
Well, Jimmy B, who just commented, my first time on enjoyed it. This is not a typical podcast episode. This was just us being us. So if you enjoyed this, you'll definitely enjoy the rest of our episodes.
But then
No mind then.
Yeah. Oh, he mentioned who. Yeah, I'll be at Whispers with the Vipers and RIP.
With the what?
Vipers Paranormal Group and with RIP, the one with Brittany Isley. Was it Riverside,
Vipers
Iowa Paranormal? Yeah.
Vipers Paranormal. Sounds pretty cool.
They're in Indiana. I
Like
cannot pronounce it.
Like Windshield Vipers?
Vipers.
Windshield.
Windshield
Vipers.
Vipers.
Like,
Vipers.
I want to wash and wipe your windows.
I think we need to send Tucker back over, get our numbers up to at least 25 in Russia.
That'd be great. Yeah.
We paid a lot of money to get Tucker over there. I don't know. Might have to go to GoFundMe on the second.
Go fund me for Tucker.
So yeah, that's all I got.
That's all
I don't know
got.
where we're going this weekend, but March 2nd, she will be down at Whispers Estate. I will be at Blackford County Jail, hosting with Stop Save the Properties. We will be doing a Paranormal 101 class during the day, and then a public ghost hunt at night.
That's this coming Saturday, yes?
no.
Saturday after.
Saturday after. Okay.
March 2nd.
Vincennes, Indiana Paranormal Research Society.
Yes, thank you.
Vipers.
I can't pronounce the V word.
Sounds very smart.
It does, doesn't it?
They sound like very smart.
It sounds like Nesper or
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you
most think of a
hear
snake.
that name. It's like, whoa, they're smart. So good luck, man.
When they hear
I'm
Dick
smart.
Fire.
Wait, are you saying I'm not smart?
Time to get the duct tape.
I give it 30 seconds for me to keep it PG.
That's pushing. Her opening
Yeah.
line on some sexual women.
Now I'm gonna have to figure
So
something
there
out.
I was with my balls.
I've got all these light up balls. Do you know how many I can fit in my hands?
That's not what I was thinking. But anyway, we should probably end this before it gets too out of control.
Well, we tried YouTube. They now banned us after 3 weeks.
Why is Bree's mouth blinking blue and red?
It's like a chipmunk. How many balls can I fit in my mouth?
Bree is a new trigger object. Stuff a cat ball in her mouth, put her in the middle of the row, see what happens.
Oh god.
Well, with that, episode 103 is in the books.
In the books.
Sorry, babe.
Episode 103. What happened?
Sean told Bree she could come into the office.
I did it. Her office.
My office. Our office. I love you.
So we need to settle this before we move on. Sean said he did not ignore you last week and you did not ask questions. You said you did.
I can pull it up on YouTube and prove I asked questions.
I think what happened was
Sean
was fangirling over.
I think you saw Chelsea and you were like, oh, Chelsea. Because all you did, the only stuff you read was Chelsea. I'm in there finally. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to talk to Chelsea because you're ignoring my ass. I even said, bro, I can pull up the live chat.
I didn't say you didn't ask questions.
I can prove that you acknowledged my question.
I didn't say that you didn't ask questions. I said
you did say I didn't ask questions.
So
I did not.
Liz has first swings with the baseball bat.
Okay.
You might get second swings.
I have a feeling after the first, there wouldn't be a need for a second.
But no, I did. I asked because I was like, they were talking about manifesting, manifesting a haunting. And I was like, so does that mean that we could manifest creepy pastas? Question mark, thinky face. You responded and goes,
I did respond to that, yeah.
You go, no creepy pastas. That's a legitimate effing question because they were even, when I asked that, they were talking about Slenderman. Thank you very much. Case closed. I win. You're getting smacked.
Do you understand the ramifications of this stuff and what I have to deal with?
Yeah, you have to deal with it.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with the wiffle ball next, so the bat.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time or the first person that's wanted to do that. You and Liz can just gang up on me.
Well, the bats. We might need a couple bats. Yeah,
one of those big ones, like like you used for the toddlers.
Anyways, guys, we got a lot of cool shit coming up this year. A lot of events. We just dropped an event today. Put the poster out. We're going to be sharing that. We'll get the link up where you can purchase tickets. A lot of cool stuff this year.
Absolutely.
And luckily, we'll only have to see Sean at maybe 4 or 5 conventions.
Wah, wah, wah.
So, all right, guys. Till next week. Next week we have Teresa, Canada's with Trips Paranormal, a TAPS affiliated family. She's been doing this over 20 plus years. She's got a lot of knowledge in the field. We'll look forward to that.
Yep.
We'll be filling up March and April's podcast here soon, and we'll let you know with the little flyers and all that good stuff. I don't know. We've been trying out the YouTube for a few weeks. Sean, what do you think? Should we continue the YouTube aspect of this, or should we say fuck them and go back to what we were doing successfully?
I think we should continue it.
All right. I guess so. We'll continue.
I think so.
All right. Till next time, guys, we will see you later.
Later.